Books for Schnooks. 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 Books for Schnooks.
Bad Bears and a Bunny. The title page, Bad Bears and a Bunny. An Irving and Muktuk story by Daniel Pinkwater, illustrated by Jill Pinkwater. On the verso page, I can tell you that this story was, first printed in the year 2005 and is dedicated for Bunny Boy. Let's start. Irving and Muktuk are polar bears. They live in the zoo. They are not to be trusted. They are bad bears. When they lived in the frozen north, they did many bad things until the people sent them away to the zoo in Bayonne, New Jersey. The bad things always involve stealing muffins. There was another polar bear already at the zoo, Roy. Roy is quite a good bear. Roy lives in an apartment of his own and takes the bus to the zoo each morning. Irving and Muktuk are bad bears. I have to say it, Roy tells the director of the zoo. But they are not extremely bad. For example, they have never eaten a person, only muffins. It is good that they do not eat people, the director of the zoo says. But they are bad bears and not to be trusted. One morning, a small white bunny appears. It is eating grass at the edge of the polar bear enclosure. Look at the tiny polar bear, Irving says. I've never seen a polar bear that size, Muktuk says. It looks dangerous, Irving says. Let's run inside and hide, Muktuk says. That is not a polar bear, Roy says. It is a bunny, an ordinary bunny. You're right! So it is. Isn't that dangerous? Irving and Muktuk ask. No. Let's tease it, Irving and Muktuk say. Hey, bunny boy! Irving and Muktuk shout. They wiggle their ears and make rude bunny gestures. You eat grass! Grass eater, yeah. Is that your nose or are you eating a carrot? The bunny is fast. He runs at the bears. He kicks Irving in the ankle. He bites Muktuk on the toe. Then he is back at the edge of the bear enclosure eating grass as though nothing has happened. Oh, did you see? The bunny attacked us! Irving and Muktuk run to their room. Irving and Muktuk refuse to leave their room. Mr. Goldberg, the bear keeper, comes to see them. They're hiding under their blankets. Irving has put a bandage on his ankle, and Muktuk has put a bandage on his toe. The bunny is violent, Irving and Muktuk say. Make him go away. This only happened because you teased him, Mr. Goldberg says. If you leave the bunny alone, he will leave you alone. No, he hates us, the bears say. He might eat us. The bunny does not hate you, and he will not eat you, Mr. Goldberg says. He does, he will, Irving and Muktuk say. I will speak to the bunny, Mr. Goldberg says. Roy, the good polar bear, has a brother named Larry, who is a lifeguard at a fancy hotel. He also lives at the hotel. Hey, Roy says to Irving and Muktuk, if I invite you to a party, will you promise to behave? A party? Irving and Muktuk ask. At my brother Larry's, Roy says. He says I can ask some of my friends. there's going to be blueberry muffin soup and fish cakes. Your brother Larry, who lives at the fancy hotel? Blueberry muffin, fish cakes, and ice cream. We can behave, probably, Irving and Muktuk say. Okay, Roy says. I'm going to trust you. No rough stuff, no stealing, no mocking or teasing, no making a mess. You know, we are not to be trusted, Irving and Muktuk say. I will take a chance. I think you will be good bears at this party. When they are alone, Irving asks Muktuk, do you think we can behave ourselves at the party? No, Muktuk answered. Well, Roy knew we weren't to be trusted, Irving says. Then it won't be our fault if we do bad things, Muktuk says. Irving and Muktuk arrive at the party. What a fancy place, Muktuk says. Look, the zoo director's here, and Mr. Goldberg, and there's Roy's brother Larry, Irving says. And that is Mr. Frobisher, the owner of the hotel, and Mrs. Frobisher and their daughter, little Mildred Frobisher, Muktuk says. And oh, look! No, don't look! Oh no! It's the bunny! The bunny is here? Muktuk asks Irving. Don't look! Irving whispers to Roy, the bunny is here! I know, Roy says. I invited him. You invited him? Muktuk asks. Yes, Roy says. He is a friend of mine. Roy invited the bunny! Muktuk whispers to Irving. Don't look! Irving whispers. Irving and Muktuk sit as far from the bunny as they can. They take tiny bites of food and do not make noise or break things or try to steal things. They are careful not to look at the bunny. Is he watching us? Irving asks Muktuk. I don't know, Muktuk whispers to Irving. When Mr. Frobisher invites the party guests to swim in the hotel pool, the bunny swims in the deep end and Irving and Muktuk stay in the shallow end. Don't splash! Muktuk whispers to Irving. Is he watching us? Irving whispers to Muktuk. I don't know, Muktuk whispers. After the party, Irving and Muktuk go back to the zoo. I didn't expect a bunny to be at the party, Muktuk says. I was nervous, Irving says. I was afraid he was going to kick me in the ankle or bite me on the toe, Muktuk says. But we did nothing to call attention to ourselves. We behaved perfectly, Irving says. We were good bears the whole time we were there. And on the back cover, Scott Simon of NPR, National Public Radio, says, Daniel and Jill Pinkwater have created sly and engaging characters in Irving and Muktuk, who are not bad bears, really, just muffin lovers. When you see them, which this wonderful book makes possible, you'll want to bring them home and serve blueberry muffins all around. And that is the